2 decades of severe weather experience, here for you when it counts. This is Doc Deason's Weather, live now.
Okay, everybody, as we look in on this tornado warning, which is in place now for southern Angelina County, something we want to obviously keep the eye on with being late night and a lot of rain and a lot of rotation on the radar earlier on, and the system not quite as tightly packed in there as it was a few scans ago, but still something that we want to pay close attention to. The warning itself runs for folks in Angelina County as well as San Augustine County. Actually, correction, just Angelina County there. That'll run until 10:45. Storm capable of a tornado that is or was situated there about 10 miles south of Huntington or 12 miles east of Diboll, going northeast at 30 miles an hour. And Weather Service concerned about the potential for some up to quarter-sized hail in there, but more specifically and more the potential for the tornado out of that. So we will keep an eye on this here for a bit and see what we can do to hopefully shed some light on things for folks. Lauren says she's between Lufkin and Huntington, lots of thunder and lightning and quite a bit of rain, and I would believe all that and then some. The rotation, again, if what we have or whatever we do have is going to be probably something in this neighborhood here, just southwest of Zavala, there on the west side of 69. A lot of trees in this area. It's really thick when you get down into this neck of the woods, and so obviously hard to see anything at night anyway. You got to depend on lightning and things of that nature to illuminate much of anything you want to try and see. And then when you've got rotation and things to be concerned with, that adds even more difficulty to the situation. So again, tornado warning continues for these folks in southeastern Angelina County, and that rotation there showing some pretty steep outbound winds as well as inbound. The radar is pretty high by this point here. By the time the beam gets out of the Shreveport area, but we'll just kind of hang it here for a few and see what we can do to, like I said, shed a little bit of light on the situation here. Seems like I also saw something just a few minutes ago about some flash flood concerns also, and I'm going to try to figure out where that was. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, that is okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about that here just in a second. Flash flood warning for folks who are over into Trinity County, and something that we don't see as much of. I'm going to monitor this situation over Angelina County, but we need to address this over in the Trinity County area for a second, and that's going to be this flash flood emergency, which the Weather Service has out of Houston has issued for. Specifically, let's get in here and pull up. Let's see here. Trying to reposition some things on my screen here so that I can see a little bit better. All right, so let's go down and look at some storm total rainfall estimates in this pocket here. Weather Service with what they refer to as a flash flood emergency, which for some reason is not wanting to populate. It's giving me the severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see here. Okay, that is not what we were looking for here. But the overall, the general sentiment is here. Weather Service with a flash flood warning for South Central Trinity County. Law enforcement reporting swift water rescues due to heavy rainfall between the towns of Trinity and Groveton. Between 6 to 10 inches of rain is estimated to have fallen in this area. Another 2 to 4 possible here within the next hour or so. So again, this is a flash flood warning, which has been upgraded to a flash flood emergency between Trinity and Groveton. So that is something, if you are in this particular area, you want to be especially mindful of that during the dark hours that we are in here now, and the amount of rain that's come down over Trinity County. So again, I just wanted to touch on that here for a second. And bring that to attention of something that we know is in fact in the process of occurring at this time. So let's get back to Shreveport, and we'll pull up the back to radar and talk about this situation with the tornado warning for Angelina County real quick. So let me do this, and that'll populate that. And we'll get this back into place. All right. So 10:33 right now, and the tornado warning for Angelina County. Let's see what we have here. So let's see what we have. The latest on this. So the rotation continues a bit broadly here. We've got these outbound winds which are blowing away from the Shreveport side, and some inbound winds blowing back in towards it. There's some distance here between those two, so not terribly tight, but that is still something we want to pay close attention to. Regardless of whether there's anything tornadic here, there is a heck of a lot of rainfall in this area. This will be south of Lufkin 69, down between Zavala and Huntington. This stuff moving to the northeast at about 30 miles an hour, 30 to 35 miles an hour, I would bet. And you can see it you can kind of infer some rotation in here. If you just look at it, kind of stare at it for a second, you can kind of make that out. So there's a pretty substantial little mesocyclone in that as we speak. So that continues to scoot northeast, and will do so with a lot of lightning and an awful lot of rainfall coming down at the same time. Weather Service also seems to be seeing the same thing. They're calling the rotation pretty broad. Yeah, they're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing here. So that is, not as pronounced as it was a few scans ago, but broad nonetheless. The tighter the rotation in there, the more concern you begin to pick up for potentially something that is, in fact, tornadic and could be doing something there at the ground. So we'll continue to watch it, though, here regardless. Heavy rainfall back up to Chirino, western central sections of St. Augustine County, north central St. Augustine County, back up to center, on up to Tenaha. This entire area is under a flash flood warning. Weather Service has had that out for a while, and we've got quite a bit of real estate under flash flood warning tonight, especially across these southern counties. Back to the north, we've had showers try to build back in as far north as Smith County and extreme northern sections of Gregg County. Some lightning in there. We hear some claps of thunder here at Tyler off and on. Rainfall was pretty heavy here across the southern part of town about 30 minutes or so ago. Picked up about 8/10 of an inch here at the house since midnight. But this stuff back up in here much more scattered than the concentrated stuff across southern and deep East Texas. And again, if you're just now hopping on, a flash flood emergency having been issued by the Weather Service out of Houston for this pocket down between Trinity and Groveton for 6 to potentially as much as 10 inches of rain having come down in this area over the last 4 to 5 hours. So a significant flood concern going on right now into Trinity County, with more rainfall going right over the top of that. Again, as we talked about earlier this evening, the way the rain is going in and out or going continually over the same real estate, that training is prime time flash flood producing type of situation there. And again, the green outlined areas here, you'll notice the green outline there, northern Nacogdoches County, that portion of Shelby County, Panola County, all of these indicative of flash flood warnings, which are going to continue here for a bit longer. Hour and 22 minutes on the flash flood warning remaining for Panola County. The one for northern Nacogdoches and Shelby County, your flash flood warning continues for another hour and 21 minutes as well. Tammy says she's picked up 573 as far as rain goes. Yeah, pretty crazy there in Nac, Stephanie. I would agree with that. You guys in Nac are on the northern fringe of that much heavier axis of rainfall, which you can see blowing from west to east across eastern Nacogdoches and into St. Augustine County. You can tell. Just look at that, the intensity of that rainfall, and no doubt the wind that's going to be in there as well. I think we have a severe thunderstorm. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning also for this Nacogdoches and probably that St. Augustine and western Sabine County until 11:15. 70-mile-an-hour winds and $half size hail possible there. I would be much more alert to the wind in this as opposed to the hail. But you guys who are in St. Augustine proper, you got some good wind, probably in town, if not on the outskirts of the western part of town right now, and that's going to continue to blow in and sweep across that section of the county there along Highway 96 shortly. How are things looking for Rusk for the rest of the night? Virginia, Rusk is looking okay so far, kind of quiet there. You got some rain off to the north of you, rain to the south of you. The stuff to the south of you is much more impressive than the stuff north of you is. But nonetheless, that's what we got. Showers over Harrison County as well as northern and central sections of Panola County. Extreme southeastern Panola County will have the chance to get a little bit of this shower activity that's going to just scoot up out of northeastern Shelby County. So let's see here. Flash flood warning coming out now for folks in Angelina County as well. Let's make note of that if we can.
Flash flood warning.
All right, so flash flood warning for Angelina, southeastern Nacogdoches, St. Augustine, and Shelby counties until 1:45. Radar and automated rain gauges showing thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the area. Between 1 to 3 inches has already fallen. Additional amounts of 2 to 4 inches possible through 1:45. So that is going to be plenty enough to cause some issues, whether they be the traditional roadway issues or those folks who are near creeks and streams and things of that nature. With this amount of rain coming down, you're gonna put a lot of water in things that are already kind of swollen, and that usually doesn't end well when we're looking at the potential for problems there from flash flooding. So again, flash flood warning until I think it's 1:45 for Nacogdoches, Angelina, St. Augustine, and Shelby County. So no big surprise there. This wind threat continues, crossing St. Augustine County. Okay, that's going to get over into Sabine County within the next 30 minutes or so. All right, so just another, not necessarily a tornadic concern, but the potential there, especially for the straight line winds. Those winds will be blowing right across from west to east and doing their own amount of damage. Again, we have a lot of trees down this area, a lot of difficult sky to visualize, especially at night, but at any time really. But when you've got heavy rain shrouding things even further, makes visibility really, really tough in that part of the area. So just do keep that in mind. Looks like let's see here, and I see something else coming in. Let's see here. Yeah, another, looks like another, let's see, till 1 o'clock.
Flash flood warning.
All right, new flash flood warning for southwestern Houston as well as southwestern Trinity County until 1 o'clock. Same song and dance in this area here. This will be down from Lovelady down further to the south into Trinity County, southern Houston County, and then again, in addition to that, the flash flood emergency, which we talked about here just a little while ago. So lots of things to keep the eye on here for the next little bit. Back into the storm over southern Angelina County real quick. Let's dive back into this and see what we have as far as, and that rotation looks even broader and weaker than it did a couple of scans ago, which is obviously the trend I want to see. So this is about splitting the difference between Huntington and Zavala. You got some broad rotation in there that's not necessarily all that well connected, but they're still holding on to that. So, all right. Well, I guess they are going to keep that. Rolling here.
Tornado warning.
Weather Service in Shreveport now issuing a tornado warning for southeastern Nacogdoches, central Angelina, and southwestern St. Augustine County till 11:15. 10:43, which was just a couple minutes ago, Weather Service with a storm capable of a tornado located 8 miles southeast of Huntington or about 14 northwest of Rockland, moving northeast at 20. So that'll be back in this area down here. They must be looking at something a bit more impressive on the radar at Shreveport. So that warning continues there. And we'll run it here for another about 30 minutes or so. Haven't seen any reports of anything in this area tornadic. But again, it's awfully hard to see at this time of day. Tyler Chapel Hill area looking, Ashley. As far as Tyler proper and Smith County goes, I'm not seeing anything that's overly impressive. All this, just kind of garden variety showers and whatnot. Temps down to 66, dew points down a bit from the 70s that we had earlier. Wind calm here at the house here in South Tyler, so nothing too dramatic on our end. 0.83 of an inch of rain so far, and we've missed most of the rain here, comparatively speaking, to folks south of us. Bree asking about Hemp Hill. Let's get into Sabine County real fast. All right, let's do that. Katie asking as well. Okay, showers and thunderstorms. Looks like some pretty decent, pretty decent wind in this edge that's popping across St. Augustine County and making a run towards the Sabine St. Augustine County line. You can see how that's trying to bow out there. So this will continue running east, and that's going to drop some heavy rainfall and some wind there across Sabine County in the next little bit. So do keep that in mind. That apex of that bow is going to pass just north of Hemp Hill, so that'll keep at least the biggest of that wind north of town. See how it's kind of poking out there south of St. Augustine, just on the west side of Highway 96. Arcing back to Broadus. So let's get back in here and see what we can find. You're welcome, Bree. Glad we could look at that. So back to Lufkin. Casey asking about Lufkin's pretty quiet in Lufkin right now. Showers and thunderstorms, a lot of them off to your southeast and due east, and southwest for that matter. So 356 shut down from Westwood to Trinity due to high flood water. 94 at Steel Horse flooded over. A lot of flooding on Highway 94. Yeah, so they're doing a lot of checking around in Trinity County tonight between the rain and the potential for a tornado to have crossed there this evening. Glad Courtney to help out. You bet, Ashley. Let's see here. So let's do that. Katie asking about Pineland. So we'll look into that real quick. I'll be down in Sabine County. There we are. Pretty quiet in Pineland right now. Best of that wind's going to pass north of Pineland at least as far as this bow is concerned. Tornado warning continues for folks in Angelina County for another 23 minutes. It's a radar-indicated tornado. Nothing sighted that I'm aware of. Weather Service is planning to extend the tornado watch for a couple more hours for the southern and deep East Texas counties. That'd be Angelina, St. Augustine, Shelby, and Sabine counties. That's going to go now till 1 o'clock. It was set to expire here in about 8 minutes. They are going to clear the watch further north, from what I would imagine, so that would clear out Russ County and Smith and Gregg and everybody along I-20. Yeah. So that makes sense. So let's see here. Rainfall, heavy rainfall back up as far north as, we'll say, center into Shelby County. Yeah, Weather Service is going to cancel the tornado watch for Harrison, Cherokee, Gregg, Panola, Rusk, and Smith counties. So that's not surprising given how things have trended over the last couple of hours. No complaints there. Bambi Gladewater's pretty quiet. You got a few showers there, maybe a rumble of thunder or two that far north, but that is about it. Yeah, you guys in Russ County, Trevor, y'all looking pretty good, man. Just had the watch box pulled for y'all. So hopefully that helps to give you some peace of mind. Ben, I know you know better. Yeah, Smith County hit the sack, y'all. So let's see here. Gladewater. Yeah, Bambi, you guys are fine in Gladewater. I'd hit the sack. Hey, okay. Just some moderate to occasionally heavier downpours there in Gladewater, but that's going to be about it. So y'all are A-okay. Tornado watch box has been canceled for you guys. Marshall's had 3.36 inches on the west side of Nacogdoches going towards the lake. Good deal, Marshall. Thanks for that. That's a hefty amount of rain. Yeah, so Nacogdoches is really starting to quiet down. Nac proper, Alto, Wells, Kennard, even Lufkin for that matter. Appreciate it, Starla. Thank you. Appreciate you, Stephanie. So we're at 10:58. And warnings that we have at the moment include the flash flood warnings for a number of counties, severe thunderstorm warning, the tornado warning, which continues for Angelina County. Although that does not look anywhere nearly as impressive as it had earlier. But they are going to maintain that thing. You bet, Christy. I know it gets late and a lot of folks get tired, but they also get keyed up when we've got all this lightning and just the severe weather that we've had across the southern half of the country and really the central part of the country too, between tornadoes in Nebraska and Iowa and Oklahoma last night, and so it's that time of year. So 23 more minutes on this one for Angelina County. Again, that flash flood emergency, which we don't hear that term thrown around too much, but they've got water rescues ongoing and down there between Groveton and Trinity. Yeah. Rebecca, you getting a thunderstorm in Cherokee County by CUNY? Okay, very good. Yeah, good little thunderstorm up that way from Frankston back over to Troop. At least that heavier rain. See a little bit of old lightning in there. Nothing in South Tyler, Brian. Some lightning off to the south of you, maybe some distant thunder, but that's going to be about it. Yeah, we do this a little bit this time of year, and then it'll slow down and it'll be 100 degrees and humid, and we'll be hoping for some rain here in a couple of months. So it's hard to complain too much. Yeah, Peyton, White House about done, man. There's still some light rain out there, maybe a heavy downpour, potentially at times, but the severe weather concerns falling off the wayside. Bambi Gladewater's looking A-OK. Just some moderate to occasionally heavy rainfall there, but nothing severe. Watchbox has been canceled for Upshur County as well as Gregg County, so you're watch free and warning free for that matter. So Shreveport is going to continue this tornado warning until 11:15 for southeastern Nacogdoches, central Angelina, and southwestern St. Augustine. 11 o'clock, storm capable of a tornado located 8 miles south of Atoyle, or 17 east of Lufkin, going northeast at 20. So they are maintaining that. Let's see here. Can we get that back? You bet, Bambi. All right. Here's this. So you got Angelina, just a piece of Nacogdoches, and a piece of St. Augustine. Just don't see much there. So power's back on in Lufkin. Good for you, Lauren. Got to get a camera so I can watch that stuff, Ben. But it's a heck of a good light show. Yeah, Ryan's still out of power. I think we got a lot of folks still out of power tonight, from what I can kind of hear. So 11:04 coming up on that, and tornado warning for another 12 minutes. I think it is 10 minutes for folks in Angelina County. No reports of anything down as far as a touchdown is concerned that I've seen. Haven't seen anything from the Weather Service on that front either. Mary, I can see your comment. I saw that comment there. Elkhart and Slocum, I think. Is that what you were asking about? We'll pull out and look at Elkhart and kind of get back into that area real fast. Yeah, pretty quiet over in that area. Some showers and whatnot, but nothing severe there. You bet, Mary. Still decent lightning there near Bullard. And just south side of Bullard, northern Cherokee County. Thanks, Peyton. Appreciate you, man. Not really much to be concerned with, Tyler area, Jessica, for the rest of the night. Besides intermittent showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Rosanna, I've had 8,900s here since midnight, so just under an inch, if you want to call it that. Appreciate you, Mary. Thanks for being here. Crystal Center is... you guys are on the northwest edge of that heavier rainfall. Not under a severe thunderstorm warning at this time, but you guys are under a flash flood warning for the time being. Yeah, flash flood warning for about another 2.5 hours there. we're going to have a lot of river flooding and creek flooding and whatnot from this as well, even after the rain stops. We'll have somewhat of a respite here first half of the week, and then more showers and thunderstorms as we get into the latter half of this coming week, it looks like. And that'll allow some time for a few things to settle, but we still will continue to put quite a bit of rain and water into the mix, through the rest of the week, just from the runoff process. Yeah, Sarah, go get some sleep. Get some sleep in Overton. You'll be fine. Nothing too worrisome there. Marshall, K. Marshall's fine. You are also cleared of that tornado watch earlier. So good news there. Sleep tight in Marshall. Rusk County, Trevor. You got a decent storm. It's elevated over northern Cherokee County right now. It looks like it's losing some of its steam. So if it can maintain itself, it'll continue to pass. Probably drop some pretty decent rainfall over the city of Henderson proper in that central part of Rusk County here next little bit. Nanette asking about Huntington. Looking pretty, just a lot of heavy rain down in that part of the region. That main gust front continues pushing across northern Sabine County right now. See that? See how that's easing off to the east. So it'll continue to push a lot of wind out ahead of it, and then the really heavy rainfall. Renee Gladewater's fine. You guys are good. St. Augustine, April. Heavy rainfall in the St. Augustine area right now. You guys are under severe thunderstorm warning for another 5 minutes. Is that right? Let me be sure I'm not missing a warning there. Yeah, 5 minutes. So we'll kill that warning at 11:15. Hey, you bet, Renee. Sure thing, Ryan. So about another 10 minutes on this tornado warning, hopefully. Still nothing too creepy in there. And then just a ton of noise down further south. There's that flash flood emergency. Weather Service issued that about 10:40. So the flash flood warning for Trinity County, you can see the statement there. 10:40, law enforcement reported swift water rescues due to heavy rain between Trinity and Groveton. Between 6 to 10 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts 2 to 4 possible. Anytime you see this particularly dangerous situation tag on this stuff, that is not used by accident. Weather Service puts that in statements as a clue into their level of concern about the situation there. So that they don't just slide that in willy-nilly. Okay. So if you have folks in the Trinity County area, be sure that they are squared away. If you have any concerns, if they live near any kind of a creek or a stream, those are the places where you really start to have problems quickly. So just something to keep in mind. Don't see that too terribly often. I am pretty sleepy, Dave, no doubt about it. No doubt. As far as Diboll goes, Bailey, pretty quiet. Showers, a few lightning strikes here and there, but just more of the general rain consistency as much as anything else. Lufkin again continues rather quiet. No, I don't think we'll have bad storms tomorrow, Courtney. I think we'll be a little bit on the quiet side tomorrow. There'll be a lot of surveys taken tomorrow, or continued, I should say, tomorrow, north of us up into Oklahoma, and some of these bigger tornado situations. It'll take them a couple of days to dig through all of that, just so they can be sure that they've got the exact as they can be with damage assessments and whatnot, especially up into southeast Oklahoma. Okay, water crossing Highway 7 on the west, on 7 West, heading towards Pollock from Nacogdoches. Okay, good to know. Thank you for that. Hopefully we're helping, may keep you a little bit less than nervous there, Courtney. Hopefully we can help out with that. All right, 11:15. Weather Service has allowed the tornado warning to expire for southern Angelina County and the southern section of Nacogdoches County as well. So good news there. We still have a number of counties under flash flood warning and the severe thunderstorm warning, which continues for folks in Sabine County for another 29 minutes. So that'll take you till 11:45. 60-mile-an-hour winds and pennies to nickels as far as hail goes, if you see any of that at all. I haven't seen much hail in quite a while here, but the wind is no joke there for sure. So be mindful of that, you guys. Northern sections of Sabine County, and even that southern section of Sabine County, you guys in Hemp Hill, you'll see some pretty good wind get across your area here within the next 15 minutes or so, if that. Could be even faster than that. So hail in St. Augustine, Danielle. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. At this point, with the lack of tornado warnings, I'm going to step away, and we will monitor this remotely for now. Hope you guys have a good evening. Thanks for hopping back in with me as we try to keep tabs on this stuff for you as best we can, especially nighttime. I know can be a little bit on the creepy side. So, but for now, we'll step aside and hopefully get some rest and see you guys in the morning as we get ready to handle our normal Monday through Friday weather update between 7 and about 7:30. But for now, you guys get yourself some rest and keep an eye on those storms. Extreme Deep East Texas County Tornado Watch goes until 1 o'clock for you guys. We'll talk later as we need to, okay?
Thanks for watching this live broadcast from Doc Deason's Weather. When weather's at its worst, we're at our best. Doc Deason's Weather, the calm in the storm.